We monitor the use of our weapons. We monitor all the actions that Israel takes as we monitor actions in any conflict, but I'm not going to speak to internal deliberations.
But there's no formal assessment.
There's not a formal assessment that's been made, and I'm not going to speak to internal deliberations inside the department.
You oppose collective punishment, and you say that that's not what you're seeing here. And yet, numerous people have said that that is what's going on.
And that is not an assessment that we have made. We have not made any kind of formal assessment. There are a number of strikes that happened. You would have to look at the facts and the circumstances of every one of those strikes. Hold on, we have not made any kind of formal assessment, but hold on, but let me finish. It is our assessment. They are not deliberately targeting civilians. Okay. They are warning civilians. And there are formal assessments the State Department makes as to this question. We have not made that assessment. I will say, we do believe that they are not intending to strike civilians. We have not made any kind of formal assessment. I know.
I'm not asking for a formal assessment.
There's not any formal assessment. Formal assessments, there's that kind of formal assessment.
In this case, you're not even willing to say that that's something that's being talked about?
I will say, in the case of Russia, we were able to assess with a very high degree of confidence that Russia was deliberately targeting civilians. Formal assessments, there's not a formal assessment.
Formal assessments, that kind of formal assessment.
Right? When you talked about the hospitals and Hamas, using them to operate, you said that you were fairly confident of that assessment. Fairly confident.
We are very confident of that assessment.
Very
confident.
Fairly.
Confident. I'm.
Well, I just want to make.
We are confident.
Okay. So.